Information Station, 1370 WOCA. Ocala.
Ocala, baby, what makes you look so good? Ocala, baby, what makes you look so good? Why don't you love me like I know you could?
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. The effervescent, beautiful, smart Kelli Hart
Thank you.
is in the studio.
Keep it going. Thank you.
It is time for Ocala Magazine Radio. Kelli is the executive editor of Ocala Magazine and writes for the magazine and does this show each Friday to kind of entice us to so that we will pick it up and read it too. Good morning, Kelli.
Good morning. What a great morning. Compliments. I come in and Doug had this lovely necklace and earrings gift for me.
That's how Casanova got started.
It's fantastic.
You know that,
what a
don't you?
surprise. What a surprise welcome on Friday. I love it. It's fantastic.
How are you doing?
I'm wonderful.
Today's National Chocolate Parfait Day.
Yes.
And National Mother Goose Day.
Yes.
The two things go together well, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. They're both sweet, right?
Well, you know what
and
it
lovely.
is. Yeah. I mean, one is just delightful because you're going to read one to a child, I would presume.
I would hope.
Yeah. And the other one you just have with a child. You have
Sure.
Wouldn't that be a nice day out? You and Lily.
Yes.
She might be a little old for Mother Goose, huh?
I don't know.
Yeah. I guess it depends on the story.
I could ad lib, maybe. Yeah, but she loves to read, so we read a lot together. I just let her read to me. And I love listening to her read because she'll change her voice for the different characters. And
Oh, really?
yeah, so she's a very dramatic reader. So
Do you
love
ever
it.
write like children's stories? I mean, you write a lot.
I have written, actually, when it was CFCC, in my English 1101 class, I wrote 2 children's books, and I came up with these
Oh, wow.
characters. And they got into some mischief, but of course, it always had a positive ending. And I still have them. I just have never done anything further. I've never illustrated them or had them illustrated.
There you go. That'll be something in your future.
Maybe I'll let Lily do the illustrations, and then
Wouldn't that be cool?
yeah, it
Wouldn't
can be
that
like
cool?
a collaboration between she and I. So
Wouldn't that
it's-
be cool?
Yeah, it's really fun.
You hear that all the time, though, from authors who had, I had this sitting in my desk or my whatever for the past 20
Yeah.
years, the 30 years. And
I think that's how Harry Potter came around,
really?
wasn't it? I think, if I'm correct, the
wow.
woman wrote the first Harry Potter story and threw it in the garbage and said, "Ugh, no one will ever
And the
want to read
garbage man
anything
didn't
like
get it?
this." And someone pulled it out and set it back down on her desk and said, "Absolutely not. This is great. You know, if anything
wow.
else, you've taken all this time, you have to keep this." And well, now we know.
that's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
And wasn't she like a poor lady in those days?
I don't know.
I thought she was struggling.
She clearly had a lot of time because that's a lot of writing. So
Yeah, those books are huge.
yeah, so writing is so much fun because you can transition from writing something, about politics or something investigative, and then something really fun and light and airy the very next day. So
Right.
it's one of those jobs that every time you do it, it's so different and you learn so much.
Do you know what is really cool? I mean, we just finished the Kiss the Horse thing for the Literacy Council,
Right.
and it was just such a sweet event this year. It felt very, very sweet. I mean, it's always been powerful and good, but we live in such a great. Gosh, it sounds like I'm kissing up to the community, but it's hard to not see the good. You don't. It's not in the news. I mean, there might be a pictorial or something in the Star Banner or in one. You know what? That's what Ocala Magazine is, though. It's the good news newspaper.
Right, we're the good news.
If
yes.
you think about it,
Sure.
I mean, really. And when you go to an event, whether it's for the Literacy Council or any other good cause, I mean, who's there? It's the good people.
Right.
Just doing unbelievable things.
Right. Yeah, we, in fact, for the last, several months, we've been talking about Ocala Magazine's celebration of nursing
The
event.
nurses, yeah.
And we finally had our event last Thursday.
Oh, how'd it go?
And it was so much better than I think we even planned. Anytime you do something for the first time, it's scary because there's so many kinks that you have to work out, and you don't know if people are going to come through with their responsibilities. And, we depend on sponsors, we depend on vendors to show up. And We hired some out-of-town entertainment, and I mean, all of these things that have to come together, and I don't think it could have happened any better, to be totally honest. We had...
Tell me some highlights from it.
Okay, so it's so funny because when you're planning an event, it can be very stressful, and you really start to focus more on the effort you're giving to the event versus the purpose behind it.
Right.
Until it starts to happen. So we were running around like crazy for weeks and months planning this ordeal, and the minute that it started to come together on Thursday, and the very few like first nurses that started to trickle through the door, it all kind of made sense. All of the stress and the work, it subsided, and then you realized almost immediately,
That was nice. That sounds nice.
That is what this was about. All of this effort was worth it. So we had several hundred guests, which was amazing. We thought, maybe we'll have 200 people.
And where was it held?
It was at the Livestock Pavilion Auditorium.
Okay.
Which was a phenomenal space. I had never been to an event there or hosted an event there, so for me it was the first time becoming familiar with that venue, and it was absolutely lovely. The people there were phenomenal to work with, and answered all of our questions, which were plenty, of course, being our first event, and it was a lot of fun. So it was a Polynesian theme, which is fun, and we already started talking about our theme for next year.
What were you wearing?
Well, here's the thing. I had this plan to go home and change into something that I had bought when I was in Kauai, which, a wrap that goes around and it's like a sarong type thing. And I just got so busy that day that when I looked at my watch, people were coming through the door. I thought, okay, well, scratch the plan to change. So I was just in something colorful that I had worn to work. But we had, when the nurses arrived and they started registration, we had two beautiful hula girls in hula attire, making sure that everybody had their lei, which was a lot of fun.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I should have shown up.
You should have. You would have gotten laid. And so that was the running joke, of course, all night. And so they got registered, and we had a really big, nice step and repeat for photo opportunities.
What is that? Step and repeat?
The step and repeat. Okay, so if you've ever watched E! Network or one of these celebrity type paparazzi type shows with celebrity news and gossip,
right,
and you see them on the red carpet and they're standing and posing for several moments, and behind them is a backdrop that typically will have logos of the evening sponsors and such. Right. Well, we have a beautiful Ocala magazine step and repeat, so people had an opportunity to stand there and get their picture taken.
That's why it's called step and repeat.
Yeah.
Because you step there.
Step,
and
repeat,
I see.
Step, repeat.
And so it's your way of saying, look who stood in front of my banner.
Right.
Okay, got it.
So, of course, people love to share out their photos, so it's wonderful when they share them out and there's our logo. So it really just kind of helps bring the event
By the way, that
together.
was a great photo of you and Travolta.
Thank you. I was nervous about it because, it's not like you have an opportunity to check it and make sure that it's the right photo. So... And it's a one shot, one kind of a one shot.
You're a poser. You know how to pose.
Well, it was funny. I know my side. I know that my left side photographs better than my right side.
Oh.
And so
Let me see.
just...
Turn around. Let me see. Come on.
It does. I mean, I've tested this theory. Trust me. I have perfected it.
I bet if we took pictures of both sides of you and then inverted them, like with the computer, and didn't tell you which was which, I bet you couldn't even tell.
I don't know. I'm telling you, I've really studied this.
I think it's psychological.
Maybe it is, but I know that when he put his arm around me to take the picture, he was going to have me on his right side.
Right.
And I said, oh no.
Oh, really?
This is my good side. He didn't even flinch. It's almost like he appreciated the fact that he understood, I'm sure. I mean, he gets his photo taken all the time. I'm sure he probably thought, good for her.
I know. I saw him on
Letterman.
He said his little boy said to him, how come everybody wants your photo? And then he had to explain, well, I do movies.
Yeah,
so.
Kids don't quite understand it when they're just kind of born into it.
What's your picture?
So we had a great time. There was lots of pictures. Chris Redd, our photographer, was there taking hundreds of pictures. And
I think you and he look like a couple.
Who?
You and Chris.
Chris Redd and I?
Yeah.
I'm sure his wife will love that.
Oh, he's married? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you look good together. I didn't know that.
Thank you. Well, we are definitely a team. We are a powerhouse
So you must be
team.
close. You look close in the pictures.
Oh, we are. Yeah. I mean, think about it. It's probably the same here. These are people that you're with more than you're with your family. They kind of become your family.
Yeah,
so, I would think that we make a good team. So,
yeah.
But no. He's very happily
No
married.
rumors.
No rumors today. So he was there taking pictures. The entire auditorium was lined with vendors. We had food vendors. We had vendors from the medical community. Honda of Ocala was there. They brought cars to place outside, and it was really just great that so many businesses jumped on board and said,
Do you know those?
we want to show the nurses that we appreciate them.
We have to take a break.
Okay.
I have a question about. Well, I'll ask you when we come back.
Okay.
We'll take a little break. We'll be right back. Kelli Hart is here, and of course, we're talking about Ocala magazine and what's in the magazine, and why it is one of Ocala's favorites. With Kelli, we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. A nice weekend shaping up for the area. Sunshine today. Pretty low humidity, the high 80 to 84. And partly cloudy tonight with lows ranging from the low and mid-50s in the coolest inland spots to 64 at the coast. Sunny skies tomorrow, the high 78 to 82. And for Sunday, plenty of sunshine, high 80 to 84. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. I'd like to invite you to stop by and see our new boutique area and meet our staff of professional stylists. Here at Hello Gorgeous, we are ready to update your look with the latest trends. It's the perfect time to brighten up your look. So make your appointment now for those highlights and Brazilian blowout. But don't stop there. We are a full-service salon offering manicures, pedicures, and facials also. So if you've been searching for a salon to call your own, come and see us at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located at 48 South Magnolia Avenue in downtown Ocala, right next to the Marion Theater. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
All right, 18 minutes after 10 o'clock. Beautiful Friday, huh? Just
Lovely.
Beautiful out there.
Yes.
Kelli Hart is here. We're talking about the, specifically about the article in Ocala magazine regarding the nurses.
Yes, our event that we
What
had.
did you call it?
It's the Celebration of Nursing event, Celebration of Nurses.
So is there an
the official
article
title.
yet from the event, or will there be?
There will be. We're at deadline actually today.
Okay.
So next week when the issue comes out, it'll talk about the event and of course reveal our award winners, which that was a lot of
So
fun.
you can't tell us who the award.
Oh, sure. No, yeah,
Oh, you
I can. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
But before you do that, I have a question for
Okay.
you. While you're preparing this, did you fear at all that by singling out the best, that there would be the sour grapes from those who didn't get singled out, even though they're, of course, contributing greatly as well?
I would hope not.
But I mean,
I wasn't
on
worried
your end,
about
did
it.
you? Oh, you didn't, not at all.
Well, I'm an award-driven person, and I work in an industry that is award-driven. So you just strive to do your best and understand that it may come with a tangible award. It may come with just some kind of emotional reward. And everybody was so supportive. I mean, think about it. The nominations came from the nursing community. So I think there was the expectation
that makes it even better.
Even better. I mean, I'm going to nominate a coworker or someone in the nursing community that I really want to win this award. So someone else nominating you, it made it so much better because we had 3 awards. We had a Spirit Award and an Inspiration Award and a Legacy Award. And it was really based on years of service. So under 10, 10 to 20, and over 20. And Lisa Capps won our Spirit Award for less than 10 years of service, and she's from Monroe Regional. And Juliette Bourge won our Inspiration Award for 10 to 20 years of service, and she's also from Monroe Regional.
So you actually got to know these ladies. Was there any men in the mix?
It was great, yes. And Doug Hamilton won the Legacy Award for over 20 years of nursing service, which was just phenomenal. So I had the honor of actually going on stage and presenting these awards, which I think is the first time I've ever had that opportunity to present an award.
That's cool.
It is
Yeah.
so much more awesome than winning an award. I mean, I guess it really depends on the award. I mean, if it were the Nobel Peace Prize or something, but just to look out and know who I'm about to announce, and so I kind of looked in their direction, and to watch their initial reaction. It was just so. It was humbling. I mean, you knew they sincerely.
So tell
were
me about
shocked.
tell me about the 3 people you just named. Who are they? What was written about them by their peers?
Well, for example, one of our nurses had battled an illness of her own, and it was just nice to see that her coworkers said that even in the midst of her own illness, it never prevented her from tending to the illnesses or making the illnesses of others a priority.
Oh, wow.
And, we forget the fact that these nurses are people too. I mean, they have financial problems, marital problems, they get sick, they don't feel well.
Right.
And they have to set all that aside to come in and keep us positive and healthy.
Yeah,
Because they're not only tending to our illnesses, but they really have to stay positive because
Did they cry?
so much of
Anybody cry?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, a lot of crying.
A lot of crying, a lot of cheering. We had this game set up in the middle of the floor with all of these bottles of boutique wine,
Okay.
very lovely wine.
Right.
Island Grove Winery supplied us with a lot of it as well. And we had these little plastic rubbery type bracelets or rings, and they got an opportunity to stand behind a line, and if they got the ring on the neck of a wine bottle, they got to take the wine home.
Oh, cool.
So of course
It wasn't rigged.
There was a line. No, it wasn't like the fair. It really, really
You could
worked.
really do it.
It just wasn't as easy as you might think. So we had all this wine there, and we had this line wrapped around of nurses, and I mean, because who doesn't like wine, especially free wine, nice wine.
Right.
And it was so fun just to watch. I mean, somebody would ring one and everybody would cheer. And I mean, it was so much fun. We had entertainment. We had Polynesian entertainment, which was 2 hula girls, and we had a ukulele player, and we had a drummer, and we had this guy that came out shirtless in some kind of a, I don't even know. I wasn't really looking at the skirt part, but some kind of skirt banana leaf thing or wrap.
Oh, really? Okay.
Anyways, he came
Banana
out,
leaf.
the lights went down, and he started twirling fire and, behind his back. And
Where'd you find these people?
well, we found them from
In a
Orlando.
catalog? From where?
We went online.
Okay.
They're in Orlando.
Like a talent agency?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they do everything. So we're really considering a New Orleans type theme next year
Mm-hmm.
with some jazz music. We had steel drummers at the event. So when you came in, there was steel drums playing. And
Oh, nice.
it was really fantastic. I mean, like I said, I think it even surpassed our expectations. We were hoping for something good for our first event, but it ended up being just excellent. And the feedback that we have received from the community has been so wonderful, from nurses who said, hey, thanks for appreciating us. We felt really celebrated that night to have free spirits and free food and entertainment and prizes. I mean, we were handing out door prizes constantly throughout the night.
And in a way, and this is coming from me, and I'm guessing I represent many people, it not only singled out those nurses, but it singled out the nurse profession.
Oh, absolutely.
I think what you have done is made us all realize, gosh, this is another segment of our community that needs to be uplifted a bit more than we have done. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, everybody is an important part of the community. It doesn't matter if you're, a plumber or if you're a
You should do a plumber's award.
painter. I mean, if you really think about it, if
The
you've
guy with
ever
the best
needed
plumber's
plumbing,
pants.
some kind of best plumber crack award or something.
Oh.
I mean, everybody is.
Do you ever see
everybody's
that T-shirt?
viable.
You ever see that T-shirt where they put a lady with cleavage on the back of the shirt, and then the plumber's crack works perfectly with that? No. Like the shirt ends and then the plumber's crack starts, and it looks like that's her cleavage.
I have not seen that.
Oh, yeah.
I have only seen the shirt with the bikini. It
Oh,
looks like
that's
you're
a-
wearing a bikini,
right,
but really it's a
right,
t-shirt
right,
thing,
yeah.
and that's really funny. No, I mean, everybody deserves to be celebrated. At some point in your life, when you really need something, you realize how valuable it becomes. And we all need things at different times throughout our lives. But I can tell you that at some point in everyone's life, you need a nurse. It does not matter if it's something like delivering a baby or some major surgery or getting a tooth pulled. I mean, at some point, you need a nurse.
But think about the wonderful thing you do. I mean, the wonderful thing you do is you, as a journalist, you could have gotten a job at a newspaper, which is fine. I mean, we certainly appreciate
Sure.
what they do. But then the assignment would have been Well, and then this serves us well. It could have been politics. It could have been accidents. It could have been anything.
Right.
But instead, what you're doing is you're using your writing skills and talent to help us understand the good things that are happening around us. That's a pretty good thing. Not to mention that the magazine is just a good-looking magazine.
Thank you. Well, we're pretty proud of it. And to be the best overall consumer magazine in Florida this year was just, I mean, we haven't come off that cloud nine yet at all. So we're very, very proud of what we do. And what I love is that it has such a reputation, not only for quality, but for being positive, that when I reach out in the community to do an interview or speak to someone, I don't get any hesitation. No one really hesitates and says, well, I'm not so sure. What kind of spin are you going after? I mean, they already know. If Ocala Magazine is calling on you, we want to know the truth, and we want to be able to tell it in a really positive way that positively affects the community.
It's a stupid question, but where is it actually printed? Here in Ocala?
No, it's outside of Ocala. There's not a printer in town that can quite handle that type of job. We wish that we didn't have to outsource it, but we do.
So where's the printer?
Jacksonville.
Oh, Jacksonville. Okay.
Right. Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, I love being able to call on people and say Ocala Magazine and being met with anticipation.
Oh, are you kidding? It's like an honor.
If I were calling from TMZ or one of these places that wants to find the dirt, they want to expose the people, and they want to kind of manipulate the news, and that's just not what we do. So I love that I don't report the news. I appreciate the people that do, obviously, so that I myself, living in this community, know what's going on around me. But everybody has their own style, and that, I mean, my style is just such a perfect fit. And working in a community where people are just so positive. I mean, I cannot tell you how many people have reached out, whether it was to myself or one of our sales team, just complimenting the overall event.
So what's May 1st? What's up next?
So our May issue is going to be a lot of fun. We're spotlighting some people who are from Ocala that have gone out into the nation and made national names for themselves. So that will be a lot of fun.
Can you give us a sneak peek? You cannot.
No. We'll wait till next week just so that everybody has a lot of anticipation, because we always talk about people in Ocala that are doing big things, but there are a lot of people that are from Ocala that have left. They've chosen to leave. Maybe their industry isn't here, so they have no choice but to leave.
Yeah.
But they're doing awesome things, and those things still trickle back to Ocala, which is a lot of fun.
Have you ever met that lady magician? I don't know if she still lives here anymore. Oh, Melanie or Miranda or something?
I don't think
she lives on 484 in Bellevue in Abracadabra Farms. That was her farm.
I don't think so. But I have heard of Abracadabra Farms.
And she was beautiful, and her magic trick had a big screw going through her. I mean, obviously it wasn't really happening. But
I hope not.
Have I ever told you about the horse that was the first horse out of Florida that ever had a major race? And it is the reason that this horse is the reason that Ocala became the horse capital.
Really?
And you know where it was raised?
Where?
Right here, where the mall is.
Is that why this is the Paddock Mall?
I don't know, but it was called Rosemere Farms, and it was this land and the land that the college is on.
Wow.
And who knows, maybe it went as far as the interstate. I don't know.
It's a rather large farm.
Yeah, but it was the very first horse was right from here, and nobody knows it. I got to find it. It's the name. It started with a G or something. I'll find it.
I'll have to do a little bit of research, because that's quite interesting.
I think I can find
And these are the things that I love, is when people stop me and they say, Kelly, have you ever heard this? Or how about this for a story and this for a story? And of course, I get overloaded with all these wonderful ideas. And there's only so many pages, but it certainly is a lot of fun that people have recognized that I'm with the magazine, and they'll put me aside because they have this great story. So even if it doesn't make it into the book, I certainly learn a lot.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much more about my community than I ever thought. And I've been here 36 years. So when I hear of something I've never heard of, I thought, wow, I've been here this long and I've yet to even hear this story. That just tells you how much history is here. And we just have to keep sharing it. I mean, really, that's what we do.
Here we go. Ready? Carl Rose developed the very first farm for thoroughbred horses. It was right here. It was Rosemere Farm during World War II. And let's see, the horse was Gornil, Gornil. One of Rosemere's first horses won a race at Miami Tropical Park. It was the first thoroughbred, raised in Florida to win a major race. Soon after that, other thoroughbred operations began showing up
Wow.
in Florida.
How phenomenal.
Gornil.
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 I wonder what that means. I don't know. Must mean something.
I think it means the
Maybe
show's over.
fast horse or something. Well, anyways, we want everybody to go and like us on Facebook. Last night I posted all the pictures from Celebration of Nursing event.
Oh, cool.
And we're going to be giving away some Symphony Under the Stars tickets as well between now and then. So if you're not liking us on Facebook, you're certainly going to miss a lot of valuable information.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Involving the use of force by police, a pilot program gets more funding.
The Justice Department plans to award nearly $20 million to dozens of police departments, expanding the use of body cameras worn by officers. Although a White House task force on policing did not recommend that officers wear body cameras, it said that body cameras have been shown to reduce the use of force by police.
Fox Radio's John Decker. Apple's scrambling to fix issues with its new watch.
The Wall Street Journal is reporting that shipping delays around the device are caused by a faulty part inside the watch. According to Journal sources, the hardware that vibrates the watch when you get a text or other alert has been defective. Watches with the problematic part have not been shipped to customers.
Fox Business Network's Jolene Kent. And auto sales remain brisk, with Fiat Chrysler sales gaining 6% last month. Fox News. We report, you decide.
The more you learn about your insurance coverage, the more gaps you might find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
Honey, someone stole my wedding ring.
When you're really only covered for this.
Honey, someone stole my decoder ring.
Oh well, it was weird anyway.
Or how with renter's insurance, you're covered for
valuables, electronics, bikes, karaoke machines, waffle makers, superhero pajamas.
And without it, you're covered for talk to a farmer's agent about what gaps might be hiding in your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Let's get down to business. You don't travel too often for work, but when you do, you want to stay where